All right there, folks. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Great to see you, as always. How was that for you today? We scraped it there, didn't we? I feel like we got away with one today. We went 2-0 on the unit locks. Berrettini in straight sets, Fanini on the money line. Happy days, put it in your back pocket. Well done if you jumped on them. And to my surprise, we actually ended up cashing that parlay. Vukic retired. Thank fuck for that. All right, we didn't get as much as what we'd probably have liked from it, but no damage done. We're still up, undefeated. What more can you want? Not much more at all. Right then, got loads of decent games here. Loads of decent games here tomorrow or today, depending on what time you're watching it. Before we get into them, let me know in the comments, did you get any winners today? Get some little Italian flags in the comments if you cashed on them unit locks. Be cool to see that. Like the video if you would. Subscribe if you're new. I'd appreciate it if you did. Right then. Austria. Let's get kicking in Austria. First one we'll talk about is Laszlo Djere, Tiafoe ML. Ed's 3-0 to Laszlo Djere, coming in at 1.67 on the money line. Not going to go too deep into all these. We've already done that in the past two videos with all these players. We'll just go off what we now know. Look, we mentioned Laszlo Djere hasn't really produced many stellar wins so far this season. He has been struggling with injuries, but I'm not going to say he's definitely back in full fitness, but he's looking in well better shape now than he has previously, so we'll give him that. Tends to perform well here in Austria. Hit the semi-finals twice, once in 2020, once last year. As a matter of fact, he actually beat Tiafoe ML here last year on his way to the semis. And there's no surprise, he's a favourite again. No surprise. I've got nothing official for this one, but it'd be Laszlo Djere or nothing. That game Tiafoe ML had in the first round against the Austrian lad, fuck me. That was painful to watch. As a matter of fact, if that was any other player other than that kid, Tiafoe ML would have been broke 100 times over, and you know it. Seeing a lot of people giving him out as an underdog. If you go for it, good luck to you. I could not put any money on ML going off what I seen in that last game. Laszlo Djere or nothing. Not a bad parlay piece on the money line, 1.67 if you're going to double it with something. Next one, I haven't really got anything for this either. Hugo Gaston, Roberto Carballes Baena. Admittedly, this will be a really good match. It will be. Carballes Baena 1.64 on the money line. Head-to-head, one apiece. And Hugo Gaston beat him in the Australian Open the start of this year, and Carballes Baena beat him on the clay last year. No surprise there. Carballes Baena's had a bit of a, he's had a bit of a busy couple of weeks, and he's just won. What was he? He won one of them challenges, didn't he? He won the title and won the Challenger Tours. Got to the quarterfinals, was it, in Sweden? Was blown out of his ass a bit towards the end of that. He was a bit tired. He's had a couple of days off. He beat Martin Fucsovics today, 2-1. Solid performance. Not a bad performance, although we did touch on Fucsovics being bang out of form. Hugo Gaston, we know how tricky he could be. He's been playing a lot better lately. We already mentioned he took that set from Zverev. I feel like the only deciding factor for this would be that it's on the clay. Carballes Baena, a lot like Sebastian Baez, the only reason he's so good and ranked as high as he is in tennis is mainly because of these clay tournaments. You can't sleep on him. You'd be a fool to sleep on Carballes Baena tomorrow, although I've got nothing, so don't take my word for it. If you want to take Hugo Gaston as an underdog, be my Christopher Guest. I wouldn't be going anywhere near it. Let's get into something that we do like, actually. No, dead quick, we'll get rid of the shite. So, Lucas Neumeier, Nicholas Moreno, D'Alvaran. D'Alvaran's 1.73. We took him in the first lot of games. It cashed for us. I don't fancy taking him in this one, although he is much more experienced at this level. Neumeier's going to have the home crowd, so that does factor in at some point. Not that confident in this one. It's a slight lean. Well, it's quite a heavy lean. I think Moreno the Albaran's got enough to get this one done. If it was anywhere but Austria, you'd go, yeah. Just a straight yeah. He seems to have played a lot of games recently, though, so I don't know. He should get it done. He should get it done. Let me know if you've got anything for that. Neumayer has actually beat him as well. I forgot to mention the head-to-head is 1-0 to him. Where else do we go here? Jana Hanfman, Echeverri. Head-to-head's 1-0 to Echeverri. He is 1.42 on the money line. Quite a big favourite. Quite a big favourite. Not too sure what the spread is. It's going to be about, what, 2.5? You'd be lucky to get that at 3.5. I think it'll be 2. Echeverri's looked a little bit... Who we just seen him play against with his Struff. We didn't think he'd beat Struff. We took him about a week ago in one of the last tournaments and he did win, but against Van der Sandschulp, that was it. He looked shaky in that. We faded him ever since, and I'm not silly enough to just bet money blindly on Jana Hanfman here, although Jana Hanfman plus the points, he does tend to perform well in these odd little tournaments, so I couldn't count him out. 2.83 as an underdog, I don't know. Have you got anything for that? I'm not going to touch that one. I'm not going to touch it. These next ones are well better. As a matter of fact, we've got 2 officials coming up, and I don't know what to do with the third one, but I imagine there's definitely something there. So, first official from me, it's going to be Pedro Martinez and Summit Nagal. I'm going to be going with Pedro Martinez. He's already beaten before. 1.65 on the money line. Easy. Who did Nagal play? I did say, didn't I, in the last video, if he kept an eye on him, I said he'd win a set, but he ended up winning the whole thing. Lucas Klein it was. Lucas Klein's brain just completely fucking exploded. I don't know what happened to him. He just shot that entire game away. He looked like Andrei Rublev. He was screaming at himself, just screaming at the rackets here. Absolute fucking lunatic. Pedro Martinez. We seen this guy put on some belter, and I mean absolute belters last week, didn't we? Back from the dead twice. Back once again here in Austria. Sole purpose is to win us cash. Pedro Martinez operates at such a high level compared to Summit Nagal. No way he gets beat here. There's no fucking chance. At 1.65 as well. I don't know what the bookies are doing with that one. Pedro Martinez, money line, all day, first official. Next official for me is going to be in Facundo Diaz Acosta, Daniel Galán. Diaz Acosta, 1.63 on the money line. Give me it all day. He looked decent against Federico Coria. I was impressed with him in his first game. Daniel Galán beat... what was his name? Medjedovic. Galán beat Medjedovic, but we touched on it a little bit. He previously beat him like a couple of days before that game, hadn't he? So, no surprise there. I don't rate Daniel Galán at all at this point. Not impersonal, but the fact that he's only 2.25 as an underdog is quite disrespectful for Diaz Acosta. Younger, better, playing the way... If he plays the way he played in the first round, he just sweeps Daniel Galán in straight sets, in my opinion. That could be a really good side bet, to be fair. You'll get decent plus money for that. Diaz Acosta in straight sets. Someone have a look what the odds are for that and let me know in the comments. Couldn't talk it off it at all. Yeah. Diaz Acosta all day. That's going with Pedro Martinez on today's parlay. And I think we'll probably stick one more on it, but it's not going to be on this next one. So Matteo Berrettini, Alejandro Tabilo, head-to-head 1-0 to Berrettini. Still winning. Like I said at the start, I feel like we got very lucky with that straight set win today. We know how good he's been, how he was last week. He won the title. He didn't drop a set, didn't drop serve. He dropped serve immediately in this game. I think that's a sign. That's a sign of things to come. We were so lucky. We were so lucky. I feel like if that was anyone else other than Pavel Kotov, especially if it was someone like Alejandro Tabilo, you were dropping a set. You were definitely dropping a set, and that 1 unit lock weren't coming in. He's hanging in there. Look, Berrettini, in my opinion, he might have just this one win left in him. I'm not so sure how much gas he's got left in the tank. Coming up against someone like Tabilo, he's already beat Djokovic on the clay recently. We know how good he is. He was brilliant in Wimbledon. This kid thrives on the clay. 2.6 as an underdog on the money line. Berrettini 1.5. Oh, I tell you what, Berrettini won't be going on my parlay tomorrow, although he could possibly just edge it out. I think Tabilo's got a massive serve. Spread's 2.5, I think it was when I checked last. Look, it come in today with Pavel Kotov covered the spread today. Alejandro Tabilo will most definitely cover the spread tomorrow. Could not talk it off that. Let me know if anyone's going for it. And the last one, Sebastian Baez, Thiago Tarante. Fucking thank you very much, Thiago. We knew he'd beat Dominic Thiem today. It was always going to happen. Someone mentioned in the comments yesterday as well, that line had drifted significantly overnight. Woke up this morning, it was split down the middle. All that money coming in on Dominic Thiem. Someone said it had put them off or it had them thinking. I totally get that, but this shit happens all the time, especially with public dogs. What I said about that match yesterday wasn't exactly ending of genius. It was very clear that Dominic Thiem's been trash, man. It's the end for him. I hate saying it because he's been so good, but it's done. Finito, finished, fucking over, mate. It's over. It's so obvious, it's so clear to see. Tarante has just beat Andrei Rublev, and we know Rublev hasn't been that good, but it was obvious that after that he'd be coming into this riding on a bit of a high. Dominic Thiem, mate, his wrists are made out of fucking peanuts nowadays. He cannot hit through the ball. All that public money came in on Dominic Thiem overnight, and all it done was made sure we got a little bit more for betting against them. That's all right. We were very lucky to be on the right side of that, but just be aware of stuff like that in the future that can catch you out. Try our best to avoid it. Sebastian Baez beats him today. Tarante is good, but he's not that good. As a matter of fact, he's tried and he's tried and he's tried and he's failed all 3 times against Sebastian Baez. Baez coming in at 1.3 on the money line. Number 1 seed in this tournament. I think he's already won 2 on the clay so far, hasn't he? Could probably win this one, you know. I'm looking at the draws. Can't see Berrettini lasting to the end in this one. Tabilo, Baez in the final. Baez, Baena, Baez, I don't know. Tabilo and Baez in the final looks very likely. Martinez, someone like that. Either way, Sebastian Baez gets it done tomorrow against Tarante, probably in straight sets. I've got no doubt in my mind about that one. That's all a minute. That's all in for Austria. If we move on to Croatia then quick, and then we'll touch on Atlanta. There was no games released for Atlanta when I started recording this, but they've just come on now, so we'll have a quick look in a minute. Croatia. Surundalo's going to beat Dodig. Let's just get that out the way dead quick. Surundalo's going to beat him. No questions about that. Musetti. I'm still not sure how to say this fella's name. The Argentinian Marco. He's 4.25 as an underdog. He's been playing all right lately as well. Hasn't been playing too bad. Musetti, we haven't seen him since that game against Djokovic in Wimbledon, which seems like such a long time ago. So, like, you know, fatigue's not going to be a factor at all. Like, not being rested, there'll be no excuse for that. He's already played, like, what is it, 3 games here? He's already qualified for this, and he's won his first round game as well. So he's got 3 matches under his belt. Musetti not played a clay tournament, well, not played since Wimbledon. This will be him transitioning back onto the clay. Plus 4.5. Dog plus 4.5. I'm not too sure. Keep an eye on that one. That could be a little sleeper pick. We'll keep an eye on that. I'm not so sure. Musetti realistically should be getting that done. He's the number 2 seed. Well better player. Shouldn't be a question, but I'd be careful with that. Fabio Fognini was supposed to be playing somebody. Was it Seng? I think Seng's pulled out. He's now playing Holger Rune by the looks of it. I was going to take Fognini to win as well on the money line, but I'm not going to touch him anymore. In fact, I'm not touching that game at all. Holger Rune's already beat him twice before. No odds for it that I can see. Not going to touch it. Holger Rune all day. As a matter of fact, if you get good enough odds, if I can get about 1.6, if they're brave enough, if I can get 1.6 for Holger Rune, I'll put it on the parlay. Keep an eye on that. Fucking hell. Is the Italian job on again? Because I'm looking at these next 3 games here. Actually, no, it's not. It could be for 2 of them, potentially 3, not all 4. I think Muller's going to beat Sonego tomorrow. I think Muller's going to beat Sonego. I've got nothing on that. Sonego, in his last, I had a quick look before, don't quote me on it, but I'm sure it was in his last 14 tournaments. He'd got past round 2 once in 14 tournaments. No chance. Fucking no chance. Alexander Muller is not much better. Not much better, but I don't know. It's rough, innit? Betting against these Italians and Croatia is very, very rough. Fuck it, I don't know. I'd lean towards an over. If you had to play that, it'd be Muller or not on 1.7 on the money line. Let me know if you're going to fire on it. Same with this, Cobley and Lazovic. Fucking hell. Dicey game. Flavio Caboli's 1.48. It's a big favour. That's more than what I thought it'd be. Do you think Cobley beats him? This has got the stink of one of them matches that you look at and go, oh yeah, Cobley's a decent favourite. He's definitely going to win this, surely. And he just doesn't. Dusan Lazovic is the dream killer in spots like this. I've seen it happen before, plenty of times. What are we doing with that? I don't think the price is good. The price isn't right at all. 1.48 for Cobley. I can't take that. But then again, I don't put any of my pennies on Lazovic whatsoever. So do what you will with that one. It's a no from me. And you know what? I think Darderi beats Mensah. I really do. I think Luciano Darderi gets it done against Mensah. He won in 2 today, didn't he? Who did he play today? It was Djokovic. Djokovic in his home tournaments as well. Beat him, come back from a breakdown in the second set, ended up clinching that one. Darderi 6-1, 6-4. I think he beats Mensah. I really think he beats Mensah. As Matt, who did he play? Alexei Popperum. Yeah, 6-3, 6-2. Nah, not having it. Alexei Popperum gives you the shit. I like that every now and then, doesn't he? I think Darderi gets him. 1.62 as well. Ooh, that's very tempting. That is very tempting, I'm not going to lie. I may add that to the parlay. It's not official as of yet, but I like the look of Luciano Darderi tomorrow. I really do. We will hang fire on that. Fuck these Atlanta games. So some of them, it's still on now, isn't it? So it's like it's nearly 12:30 in the morning over here in the UK. You still got Shang to play someone. Who the fuck's Martin? Never heard of him. Christopher O'Connell's playing Max Purcell. Apelka Kecmanovic, Walton Rindenech. That's today for these games. Bellucci, Manarino, Karatsev and Tiafoe. Tiafoe will beat him. Oh yeah, I don't even have to break that down. You just know, don't you? Head-to-head's 2-1 to Tiafoe there. 1.4 on the money line. That might be the third. That might be the third I'm looking for, you know, for the parlay. Fuck, I want to take that so bad. Any Americans on the video? This is your time to shine. Are we putting Tiafoe on that parlay tomorrow, yeah or no? If you say, just say the word and it's done. I'm certain he gets that done. I don't mind rocking with Tiafoe, especially in Atlanta. Let me know if we're going for that. If so, that's the third. That's the third, you decide. McDonald, Nishioka, oh no, there. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm getting mixed up because it goes into the fucking morning. McDonald, Nishioka, no idea. Nishioka's beat him 5 times. Jordan Thompson's playing, is that Harold Mayo, French fella? Jordan Thompson gets that one done. Jordan Thompson gets that done. I do apologise, I haven't really looked at these that much. I did say that he was not for them. I've only just been released as I started recording, but out of all them, Rindenech probably wins this game, but like I said, let me know in the comments. Are we firing on Tiafoe? Yes or no? I think the answer is going to be yes. So, if we take, something's happened, Matteo Berrettini and Tabilo. Bet you Berrettini's pulled out. Bet you he's pulled out. If we take Facundo Diaz Acosta, Pedro Martinez, and Big Foe, where are you? Where are you, lad? There. That will get us 3.7 on the decimal, on the money line. I like that. Diaz Acosta and Martinez, definite officials from me. Let me know about Tiafoe. That'll be the third. Let me know what else you're going for as well. Doesn't matter what it is. ATP, WTA, Challenger, fucking ITF. If it's going to cash, get it in the comments. Discuss it amongst yourselves. Don't be shy. Share with the group. Appreciate you stopping by. As always, like the video. Subscribe if you would. I'd appreciate that. Been doing good lately, folks. Been doing really good. Been getting more and more subscribers as the days are going on as well. So, for those of you that have subscribed, I see you. For those that haven't, do yourself a favour. Only takes it a second, done it. You will not regret it, I promise you. Okay then, take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Let's go get some cash. Enjoy the tennis. See you tomorrow.